Do you want a chance to win up to $250,000? Well, you can at 442picks.ca. Here's how it works. Each week, you pick the winners of each Premier League match for your chance to win weekly and monthly prizes. And remember, up to $250,000 in prize money. I'm signed up, as are my Room 442 teammates Sarah Pararia and Albert Vitanian, so why not join us for your chance to win at 442picks.ca.
That's brave, man. In December, showing some ankle? Wow.
You know what, Bertie? I thought that it's pretty miserable outside right now. I thought, let's wear some summer gear. Let's go.
Yeah, you actually do look like you could be going like golfing.
Yeah.
Are those Lulus?
I'm rocking Lulu's, the shirt as well, and the pants.
Oh, wow. You're
and
rich.
it might not be the only Lulus I'm wearing right now.
Hey!
Let me tell you. They're life-changing, by the way. Lululemon underwear.
Are they really?
They're expensive.
How much do they
But
cost for
they'll
like
last
a pair?
forever, though.
How much do they cost?
You get them in a pack of 5.
And how much is it? Like $100?
I can't remember what it was, but
100
I have no
bananas?
regrets because
I bet.
they last
100
forever.
bananas for underwear? Are you crazy?
Not each.
I get Costco.
No, 5 for 100. I bet you.
Probably around about that, yeah.
I do the Calvin Klein Costco.
Yeah,
Calvin
well,
Kleins are nice, though.
they're not real Calvin Kleins, though,
No,
are they?
they don't last that long. Well, you can make them last long. There might
Well,
be a
if
few
just don't wear them more than once a week, like.
I'm
Clearly
looking
do.
up
Well,
how
I
much
turn them
they
inside
are.
out, right? No, I'm joking.
That's
I don't do that.
gross.
Hey, it's Room 442, everyone.
Good morning.
Or as I like to call it, the Saskatchewan Rough Rider podcast.
Oh, yes.
Green and black.
Jesus.
Are they green and black or green and white?
I don't know. What are we talking about? CFL?
Saskatchewan?
Yeah.
Green and white.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Okay. Just you guys are both
That's fine,
obviously.
green and black.
I
Yeah,
didn't
we
get the memo, as
coordinated.
they
Like
say.
the New York Jets today.
Yeah.
I'm literally looking for how much these underwears cost you. A
Okay.
pack of 5. Oh, it's actually set. No, it's a 3-pack. A 5-pack is $120.
Yeah, but they'll last you for years.
They have good support?
Birdie.
Really?
The pocket is perfectly
I know.
sized.
Yeah. See, I don't have pocket. in
Yeah.
the
You
Calvin
need
Kleins.
the pocket.
It's just,
Until you have the pocket, you don't know what real underwear is.
I need the pocket.
We should get sponsored by Lulu.
I would
know.
love that.
That'd be
I would
amazing.
love that. Just wear athletic gear the entire time.
I wear a lot of Lulu.
Yeah, oh, same. To be fair, like their stuff, I get it. It lasts forever. And also, if something rips, like I've had leggings that have torn, you bring it back, they give you a new
Do
pair.
they really?
I've done it
Okay.
twice.
I'll try that with my underwear.
Right down the pipe.
Listen, the pocket ripped.
Yeah.
Can I get a new set?
What happened? I had some Mexican last night.
Stop!
Okay, listen, it's a big show because it's midweek football.
Love it.
This week. We love midweek football in the Premier League. It's brilliant. So we'll get to that. We're going to look back on what happened this past weekend, which was just a fantastic weekend of football. And then later on, we'll also look ahead to the weekend of 442 Picks, Wednesday edition. So 2 442picks.ca's today. We're confusing the hell out of poor Ellie, but I think it's going to be a good show regardless. So it's love-hate. A day late than usual, but that's fine. I was away. My apologies. Let's start with love. So first block, love. What did you love about this past weekend in the Prem?
So much to love. Sunday alone was incredible. Every single game was like must-watch football. It was tons of goals across the board and just really exciting.
Even Palace against West Ham?
All right, James. Poke the one. Yeah, okay. But I'm going to go for, how about those Argentinians? We saw Alvarez with an assist, Lo Celso, big time for Spurs. Enzo scored for Chelsea, Buonanotte for Brighton. And then McAllister with a worldie. All of Argentina
A thunderfucker.
That was a colossal.
That was insane. Maybe potentially one of the best goals we've seen this season, right? We were talking about Garnacho just last week with the bicycle, and now McAllister here. I mean, they're all turning up. It was great. Good day for Argentina. I love to see it.
And it's great to see Lo Celso take on Haaland post-match. Well, you hear it. Come on, you hear it pronounced differently every time.
But it's Lo Celso, and that's the only way it should be pronounced.
I'm sticking with
It
Lo
is.
Celso. I've been calling Lo Celso since he came to Tottenham.
It's Italian, so the CE is a ch sound.
It's Argentinian.
Yeah, with Italian
How'd you
descent.
feel about Lo Celso throwing the shoulder into Holland there?
Like it.
That big crybaby.
I know. Geez, a great meme though, isn't it now?
Oh,
Just old Haaland
That might be
just
painted one day.
screaming.
Like
He
a
had every right to
proper-
be upset, but come on.
No, that was
grow
nuts.
Yeah, it was a bit much. Like, get out of the referee's face. Talk about sin bins and how captains
how
only
many-
can
how
speak
many
to
are gonna
referees. There's your example.
How many are going to get fined from City?
Well, not Holland, apparently.
No.
Not, at least not for the tweet, anyway. The WTF
The tweet was
afterwards.
great. I loved it.
Immediate.
Yeah.
Immediate.
Like he went into the locker room, went on his phone.
Well, didn't he was responding though to a tweet, wasn't he? He was replying to it.
Quote tweeting.
Yeah.
Quote tweeting. Yeah.
Quote Xing.
Quote Xing, sorry, yeah. Quote Xing. Is that one word or two words?
I don't know. I don't even know what it's called anymore.
Quote Xing.
But it was a video. It was a video of
Speaking
the
of
incident.
Argentinians, Don Quote Xing, isn't he? Wasn't he Argentinian?
Who?
Excuse me?
Don Quixote?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm just in the Don. Anyway.
Don Quixote.
I loved it though, yeah. I loved it.
Yeah.
Look, whatever his name is, just getting stuck in there a little bit. Yeah. All right, so that you're right. The Argentinians had a great weekend. Big goals. Bertie, where does the love? I'm pretty sure I know where it lies.
Yeah, it has to. Well, for me, it has to be Tottenham. I just not only because they picked up the point against City, away to City. It's because of everything around it. They were missing 11 players.
Yeah.
They didn't have a single center back in the lineup.
They could have done though.
Who?
Dyer.
He's injured.
He's out as well?
He's injured as
well.
well.
He's available.
No, he's injured. Ashley Phillips is injured. Romero was suspended. Van de Ven is still holding on to his hamstring. It's bad news. So it's Ben Davies and Emerson Royale who blanked Holland, even though Holland probably should have scored one of those goals. But what I loved about it, and what I've loved about Spurs this season is the manager. At halftime, he goes and tells them, "What's wrong with you guys? Go out and play. I'm the one who's going to hammer it. I'll take it. Go out and do whatever you want to do." Imagine being a player and your boss is telling you, you cannot make a mistake on that pitch. I don't care who we're playing. I don't care how many goals we concede. And it gives the players so much confidence. And we saw in the second half, the game completely changed. They were dominating possession. I mean, he made some substitutions that made sense. He took off Brian Hill and solidified the midfield with Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. But the fact that he was able to do that away to the champions, and when they scored the tying goal, made it 3-3, they still pushed for the winner.
You know, when he made the Hill Højbjerg sub, I thought, oh, Ange, come on, man, this is not what you do. But they still went for it.
Yeah.
Even with Højbjerg in the pitch, right? Yeah. So, yeah. And you're right. It gives players such a feeling of liberation when they don't play with fear. They can mess up, make mistakes, and know that they won't be hammered for it at this point.
And they made a lot of mistakes. I mean, Basuma's mistake where he tried to nutmeg 3 players that led to a goal. Royale kept giving the ball away, Brian Hill, but he didn't care. He kept telling him, keep going, keep playing. And it's just so refreshing to see. I know it may sound biased coming from me because I support Spurs, but it's just, I don't see teams playing that way.
At what point does this loosey-goosey approach get too much, though? You need results at some point, right? And so far, you're getting results.
Yeah.
But you do wonder about the fan base. It's great right now. It's fresh. It's like the new girl or the new guy.
Right.
You know, it's just different. You're trying new things. It's fun. After 6 months, like, yeah.
I don't know.
Is it working out? Is it really going to be the best solution here?
But they're playing like this right now, and as Albert mentioned, without 11 players, and January transfer window is around the corner. Who knows what they're going to do? If anything, I can only see it getting better because ideally these players start coming back into the lineup and potentially some new faces there. I think it's great because it was only about half a year ago where we were here talking about how much we hate talking about Tottenham because their football was miserable. And now they're maybe one of the best teams to watch, even as a neutral fan. I'm excited for Tottenham games. I'm happy to see that they're not giving up like some other teams. Manchester United, we'll get into it. But you know what I mean? Like it's great for the game. It's great for the Prem. And it's great for Tottenham to have this energy and this motivation and this urge to do something on the pitch. I'm happy with it. And you know what? If it eventually maybe at some point bites them in the butt, and it might, I still think it's better to give it 100% than play that game. Well, we don't want to go full out because something might happen. No, go for it. And you know what? Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Postecoglou can't change his style because I think if he decides, well, this is too risky, we have to become more defensive, there's a chance you lose the players at that point because they've completely bought in. So now it's like, why are we changing our style? Yeah. And imagine if Conte or Mourinho or Nuno Espirito Santo was managing that game, I know exactly how that would play out, and you guys do as well. Let's say it did score the first goal. Then it'd be a low block, right? City score, stick with a low block. City score again, 2-1, 3-1. All right, stick with a low block. Let's not get blown out. Whereas Postecoglou, it's, no, I don't care what the score is. You keep going.
Even Pepe loves it, right? And Pep was saying, and we knew at some point he'd start, deifying Big Ange, and he's doing it. He's saying tactically, he's trying things that I wouldn't even know. Because people are saying how Pep's redefined defending. And how the fullbacks operate. And he goes, yeah, sure, give that to me. But, Big Ange has been doing it for years as well. And what he's doing things with his fullbacks that I've never seen before. So he's a visionary in many ways, as Big Ange. I mean, we know no one saw this coming, right?
Nobody.
We thought this guy did a great job at Celtic. We know that, but who was he? Big personality, great at press conference. But no one foresaw this, I don't think, this transformation of this Spurs team. Because you're right, you're bang on there. They were unwatchable this time last year. They were so boring to watch.
With Harry Kane
getting results.
Yeah,
with Harry Kane,
It didn't matter.
I love that someone asked him, I think last week, Harry Kane, would he make Spurs better? And it's like, come on. Big Ange just goes, hey, mate.
Yeah, I love that, mate.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Of course he would. It'd be pretty great, wouldn't it?
Stupid question.
Although Sonny got a nice brace on the weekend. Didn't
Yeah, goal for each. You gotta love it.
That guy loves scoring against City, man. He really does.
Because he's got a good track record.
He's got a good record against City and a really good record against West Ham. They play them on Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd make that bet on North Star Bets, Son to score against West Ham.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All
lock it in.
I'll put it in there. I should go here. Got a few here. Obviously, you mentioned the McAllister goal, so I won't go there. I mean, that game in general was just absolutely brilliant game. Max Crepeau, Canadian boy, 3 straight clean sheets, LAFC into the final of MLS. So that's a nice story
Who's
as
playing in
well.
the final of MLS?
That's
Columbus.
a great question. Columbus and LAFC.
I would have been able to.
Hey, listen, big time TFC connection there.
That's
right?
a massive story.
Tim Bezpachenko.
I can't believe it's been,
around.
a year? It's going to be a year since Crepeau broke his leg in the final?
Crepeau, yeah. Oh, yeah, some comeback.
Back in.
Wow. Now, he's got to get a loan deal, I think, this winter. If he wants to play for Canada at Copa, because right now, for me, he should be starting between the sticks. Yeah, great point. Yeah, well, for those big games coming up in March.
Yes.
If he wants to be that guy in goal ahead of Borjan, who'll be playing all winter long, he needs a loan deal. Having played so little football this year, we'll see what happens there. The Euro draw was made
Don't
really
even
quietly.
talk to me right now. You
Well,
should
I
have
kind of
seen
have to. It's kind of what we do here.
Italy, Spain, and Croatia are in the same group.
So?
I saw the pots. I was sitting down. I was like, I got my coffee.
Here we go.
And I see the pots, and I'm like, well, first of all, Italy being in pot 4 is...
Was their fault?
I know it was, but get out of here. I mean, I don't know. I was pissed about it. But I looked at it, and I saw...
What are you talking
all
about?
right, you know what's going to happen with Spain? They're going to get Italy, and they're going to get Croatia. No, Serbia, forget about it. Slovakia, no. Okay, we got Albania. But I'm thinking, that group is so intense.
It's a group of death.
It is the group of death.
Yeah,
Spain and Croatia play each other every major tournament. Spain and Italy have massive rivalry in history. And I was thinking, oh, look at England's group. Who the heck is in England's group?
We earn it. Earn the draw.
What? No, I was...
Qualify and dominate tournaments.
It's true.
Spain was the top of their group too, and yet still...
To be the best, you got to beat the best. Ric Flair once said.
Precisely.
Portugal has Turkey, which is great because Turkey's on fire right now, and that reminds me of that 3-3.
I think we have the goat.
It's good rivalry. It's hilarious.
Well, let's go over the groups quickly. So Group A is Germany, Scotland, Hungary, Switzerland.
Do you know, I think Germany are going to struggle in this group.
They might struggle.
I think Scotland and Hungary are going to make a good go, and I think people are sleeping on Scotland. I think Scotland could top that group. Right now, today, we still have 6
Can you imagine if
points.
they did top the group? That would be some story.
Oh, yeah.
What about your
Scott
boy?
McTominay.
Your boy Soboslai in Hungary.
Yeah, he
I know.
carried Hungary.
Hungary's a good emerging team.
Not bad
It really
team
is.
at all.
When the Hungarian fans and those Scots fans get together.
Oof.
Brilliant.
Not to mention Germany.
Germany getting knocked out.
Watch out.
Imagine in the group stage, hosting the tournament. Oh, it's going to be scenes.
Germany
Thank
striker
God
situation
Switzerland's
is
so
not good.
neutral. Thank Christ for that in that group because there could be some issues. Group B, Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania. No love to Albania.
Yeah, I mean, you know what though? I feel like Albania might get something out of Italy. I mean, sure they could do.
There's always one Cinderella. That's why I love looking at these groups and trying to figure out who that's going to be.
Yeah, seriously. Group C, Slovenia, Denmark, but he's picked to win the tournament. He always is. Serbia and England.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Listen, it's challenging. But England should
I'll
prevail
take
there.
that over Croatia and Italy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be supporting Slovenia. My wife's Slovenian, so she's very happy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Those are your two, Portugal.
There's no one there except Jan Oblak, so hopefully you can just keep the ball.
I mean, not a bad... If you could have
No,
anyone,
not bad.
you have one of the best
But they've always
keepers
had a
in the
great
world.
keeper. It's Oblak and Inter's keeper for years.
Handanovic, yeah.
Handanovic,
Great
yeah.
penalty stopper.
Yeah.
Stopper. Group D, now obviously we've got to round out these groups, the fourth team, but Group D, Netherlands, Austria, France.
Yeah, this is
So
class.
that's challenging. Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, and Turkish.
Wow. Turkish. Portugal.
And Czechia.
Yeah, well, there's still 3 spots to play for, right? So we'll
Yeah,
see who
yeah.
gets in. Ukraine's in there. That's a tough team if
Who's
whoever
gonna
they
win
get.
it? Who's gonna win it?
I mean, do you know what? France are
England?
No.
France or England, I think.
France and England, imagine that
And
again.
I have to
Semi-final
say
World
it.
Cup to the final. If they could go through, we have to see how the
But
draw.
that's not my stupid heart talking. I mean, England have legitimately a good chance to
No,
win
they
this tournament.
do. They do. I have to see how the bracket looks, though, right, as well.
Yeah,
We gotta go
precisely.
through that,
I was
it's
hoping,
intense.
honestly, I've been hoping that Nick Pope would take over the number 1 for England.
Yeah,
Not
now he's done his
No.
shoulder. Yeah. By the way, just about that Euro draw, did you hear about the audio issues they had?
I was
during the
watching it
draw?
live. It was weird.
Yeah,
it was so
can you
weird.
explain to me what happened? Honestly, I don't know.
There was just like this weird sound coming out of something at one point while they're doing the draw. And at first I thought it was my TV or just like a weird glitch, but it was lasting like, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And I'm thinking, and then go, sorry, there's a bit of an annoying sound. And then it stopped. And then it came back. But it sounded like.
It didn't. It was sex.
It was sex sounds. Coming from where?
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
It was really like, I don't know.
gotta watch
it was
that clip.
strange. Yeah, it was. I mean, these draws, do you remember, like, we've all seen with these, especially UEFA anything, like, they picked the wrong team in the UCL 2 years ago, like a team that it was just, yeah. But Copa America draw, by the way, Thursday, so maybe we can talk about that on Friday, too.
Yes,
Lots
yeah,
to look
absolutely.
forward to.
The crazy one was when Steve Harvey pulled the wrong name from the hat, and no, that's Miss Universe. Okay. That's probably block 1. Done. Right, get to block 2, some hate. Yeah?
Yeah.
So let's take a break and then come back some hate and also some 442picks.ca. Room 442 is brought to you by North Star Bets. Play 442 picks for your chance to win up to $250,000. Make your EPL picks and play for free at 442picks.ca. Welcome back to Room 442. Shaman, Vatanian, Pararia. We've done our love. Now it's time for some hate. This past weekend, what really pissed you off? Sarah, you got a deep breath there, very nasally, which means you got a lot of hate. It's a nasal breathe.
Brighton, man. Brighton losing that match to Chelsea. How the hell did they lose that game? With a man down Chelsea, Conor Gallagher gets sent off. Brighton should have won that game, yet somehow they couldn't. And it just pained me to see. I mean, I really keep referencing what you said, but that midweek European football is catching up to these guys, and you can tell. But it was a shame. It was a shame to see them lose because they really should have won that game, and it was just frustrating. And I think Chelsea now, they have this win, but like it's not a win that you would confident in. Like I'm still thinking Chelsea are all over the place here, but yeah, I just really missing that De Zerbi ball and De Zerbi win, and
it's not the same Brighton, man. I'm telling you, you have to give credit to Chelsea. Listen, they've started the season poorly, but attacking wise, I think they can go toe to toe with anyone in the league right now. And I think that's what's going to take them hopefully into a European spot at the end of the season.
But you're not buying into them right now, are you?
No, not completely. I need Pochettino to have maybe another season. But I think attacking wise, and Cuckoo's coming in. I think Sterling's having a great season. Cole Palmer looks good. I think he's going to slot in with Gallagher out. I think, like I said, they can go toe to toe with any team in the league.
Yeah. No, they'll score goals, but they're going to concede a crap load as well.
Oh my God, yeah.
But yeah, I'm still, like I said, I'm going to stand firm that I've given up on Chelsea.
I can't.
Too much
No,
fight,
no,
and it
I
screwed
won't.
me over
Don't.
too many times.
Looks like this week they're getting Reece James will be back.
Yeah.
And so Ben Chilwell could potentially start as well.
Yeah.
That's
But then they lost Conor Gallagher.
Yeah.
The suspension. So like tons of, I think is it 47 cards?
Yeah.
This year, 3 red cards. Highest, they're young, they're undisciplined. Not great, is it? That's good reason for hate, though. Yeah, Brighton. Although De Zerbi's talking today about a new contract with Brighton.
I hope he stays. I want them to succeed, because we had so much fun watching them last season.
The squad's too small.
Yeah, that's the thing. You see
it's an
Matoma
issue.
starting on the bench, problems, right?
Yeah, for
it's
sure. And
difficult.
that's worth a good hate there. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Birdie?
Hate's such a strong word.
Yeah, it is.
But I hated the fact that United went to St. James's Park and parked the bus. Like, when have you ever seen Manchester United go away to Newcastle and do that and still lose the game? They should have lost that game 4-5-0.
Yeah.
And we're talking about injuries with Tottenham, Newcastle's decimated by injuries. Their bench, they had nothing on the bench. They made a substitution in, the 90th minute? And if you look at United, one of the biggest squads in the league.
Yeah.
Like, Donny van de Beek and Jadon Sancho aren't even in the squad. That's how big that squad is.
Crazy, yeah.
And I just find it completely, disappointing and disgraceful that United would go to Newcastle and do that. And then Ten Hag post-match is saying, you know what, it was disappointing not to get all 3 points, and, I think we deserved at least a point. And I'm like, is this guy delusional?
And I do think he's losing the room
out
now
of his
well.
mind?
There's talk about half the room being against him.
They banned some media today.
I know. That is a bad move.
Come on.
They're saying that we're not, stories are being posted about us, and they're not getting our opinion and putting it into context. So therefore, we're going to punish certain outlets.
Yeah.
That is a massive mistake. That's how the public tide turns against you even more. I don't know who their PR person is, but that is a brutal decision.
Yeah, well, the report was he's lost 50% of the dressing room, which he probably has. He's fallen out with Jadon Sancho. He's fallen out with Casemiro. He's fallen out with Ronaldo. He's fallen out with Rafael Varane. Like, at some point, I think something has to change. And it's not just him. I mean, his tactics, I think, are a joke. But you look at top scorers in the league. Scott McTominay and Bruno Fernandes have 3 goals apiece. Mm-hmm. Marcus Rashford has, I think, 2 goals on the season.
He is.
Garnacho has 1 goal.
Appallingly bad.
Like, it's so. Højlund, does he have a Premier League goal yet? I don't think so.
Not a Premier. He got a cup goal, didn't he?
Come on.
Yeah. No, you know what? Rashford's. I actually have Rashford as my hate because he's being eviscerated, right? And
he is.
And he is a good guy. You don't want to see this, but where's his? He looks like he's got no heart whatsoever. He's kind of given up. He's just checked out completely, which is a real. So you can't speak about footballers that way, checking out. Where's the heart? Where's the desire? Is he the? He could be a Maple Leaf, superstar talent, doesn't really give a crap for every single match.
Right.
What happened to him?
I don't know.
He was England's savior probably 4 years ago now. He's not a kid anymore, as Roy Keane mentioned. I think it's Roy Keane. He's not a kid anymore. He's got to stand up as someone and take some accountability here because we know what he can do.
We've seen this before, though, from him.
Yeah,
very. Right? This isn't the first time. There's a really good article. I don't know if you guys read it on The Athletic, written by Alan Shearer, about being a hometown boy playing for your hometown club and the pressure that comes with that, whether you're good or bad. Like everything is heightened under that spotlight. And
sure.
And he's saying he had to deal with that at Newcastle, and he's thinking that Rashford just doesn't know how to deal with that in Manchester.
Well, Jamie Carragher was talking about that as well on the broadcast on the weekend, saying that as a local kid, it's up to you to lift that team. You have to. That is your job. You know what it means, that community. So if things aren't going well, be a leader. And they're not seeing it from this guy right now. If any guy needs a change of scenery, it's got to be him. I
think that's the thing. We have to remember, okay, you said 4 years ago, maybe Marcus Rashford was the guy for England. These are such crucial years for anyone. You know, you're 19, 20, 21, and you're at Manchester United, maybe one of the most tainted teams in the last recent years. And he's coming into, his age and his football in that space. I absolutely think it's taken a toll on him mentally, probably. He's just probably exhausted. We've seen those little blimps of potential and excellence from him, mostly at England. But we know it's possible. That I think, honestly, he's just exhausted. He has nothing left with Manchester, and I couldn't agree more. He's got to go, because if he doesn't leave soon, that's it. He's done. He's not going to be the sage for how, you know what I mean? Like,
or if you're ownership, do you think, man, we got to change the manager now? We've got some young talent here who are potentially world-class talent who are just declining. We've got to save their careers now.
So when does that happen, though?
I don't know.
They play Chelsea, then they play Bournemouth on the weekend, and they play Bayern. If they lose to Chelsea and they're knocked out of the Champions League by next week, it's kind of out of their hands anyways, whether or not they win or lose here. Do we see Eric Ten Hag, by next Friday, is Eric Ten Hag going to be the manager?
Well, maybe if Sir Jim's in control of football matters by then.
Well, he hasn't been sacked by now, so I don't think so. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them get results. And it's not even about the short term. It's just looking into the future.
Yeah.
Look how much money this guy has spent, bringing in players that he wants. Look at Onana's a joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? You could talk about, Marcus Rashford. He's going to eat off last season for the rest of his career. He signed a huge extension after that. Marcus Rashford, I understand he has had a lot of potential, and he can at times be a good player, but he's not to the level I think people expect him to be. No. He's not a world-class player. He never will be. Garnacho, the same thing. They're expecting this guy to be a world-class player. He's not even close to that. He's going to live off that bicycle kick for the rest of his career. Let's be completely honest. There's more issues around this team than Ten Hag and Marcus Rashford. And until, we've talked about this for years, but until the rest of it is addressed around the club, nothing will change on the pitch because this just keeps happening. It's that vicious cycle, right?
Yeah.
Every time November, December hits, we're talking about the same thing with Manchester United.
But the new ownership coming in, I say new ownership 25%, but they're going to control all football.
Yeah.
They know this. They know what has to happen. They've got to make these big changes. The sooner the better, because the rut has set in there at this point. That being said, they're still on the periphery of European spots still, which is crazy.
can we just talk about Rafa Varane for a moment and how he just lives on that bench?
Yeah,
Am I missing something, or like is this the most insane decision Ten Hag is making?
Well, to be fair, like his performances haven't been great.
Yeah, and I understand he was injured, but we're talking about Rafa Varane. Like, I mean, give him a chance. This is a World Cup, like what, 3-time UCL winner at Real Madrid. What are you doing?
Well,
You're
so is
playing,
Casemiro.
you're playing
He can't get in
Lindelof.
there either because he's terrible.
I mean, to be fair, the first 2 months Manchester were playing, Casemiro was their best player.
No, he was. Last year, he had a great year. But Real Madrid saw the writing on the wall with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's at a certain age.
For
the
sure,
decline was
but
coming. It came quickly this season, right?
I don't know. I think you at least bring them in at some point. Like, it's a shame. I feel like they're just rotting away.
I'll give Ten Hag credit for one thing. I think he has revived Harry Maguire's career. He's been a lot better.
Yeah, is it revived, do you
Yeah,
think?
I don't know. Maybe that's not the right word.
It's like
It's
a
giving
quick
it some
shock.
yeah.
Like
The pedals are on,
And like, but
and the line isn't straight anymore.
he's back. He's the only one who's backed him.
Yeah.
No
You're
one
right.
else has. It's Ten Hag's like, no, I believe in this player.
Although he tried to sell him in the summer, but
It's true.
Maguire's a lot of money.
But he's like, hey, he's here. I'm going to use him. So, but it is saying something though that Luke Shaw gets in at center back ahead of Rafael Varane. That's an unbelievable.
It
That's
is.
what I'm saying. Like,
Can't be training well, can he?
No
oh,
way.
jeez.
Him and Casemiro probably just hate him. They're like, we've done enough in this career. We don't need to deal with this shit.
Yeah, big time Charlies now.
Big time Charlies.
Big time
Yeah.
Charlies.
United are in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are. I want to quickly mention own goals in football.
Yeah.
You saw Trent's. Well, it was an own goal off the keeper, of course, but it was an incredible free kick. Do you like own goals? In hockey, of course, it's the last attacking player to touch the puck.
Yeah.
Gets credit for the goal. That was a great free kick, right?
Yeah.
That he gets nothing for. No love for whatsoever because it came off the bar, off the keeper and in.
No, it should be his goal.
Should be,
Yeah,
right?
I've always been that way too.
There are
Yeah.
certain ones like that where it kind of makes sense, but then like obviously if it deflects off like a defender, let's say, and then goes back in, I
Like,
can
like
understand.
what happened to Son cross into the box? and
Yeah,
something.
like
Yeah,
that I can
right.
understand a bit
That
more.
is
but
like,
the free kick,
but even then,
like,
I would give it. I would give it to the guy crossing the ball. In he created
Yeah.
that chance.
Maybe there should be an own goal committee each week.
Yeah.
No, we gotta
Because
stop. We saw it again this weekend, and we gotta stop.
Own goal should be on the scoring table. We need to know where own goal sits in
That's
terms of
funny.
strikers.
Yeah, well, overall or
Yeah.
just
Who
this
has the
season?
most
overall.
own goals?
Bet it's more than Wout Weghorst
Ooh.
last season, for example.
It's
but
probably more than every Manchester United player.
this season.
Combined.
Probably.
How is Scott McTominay one of your top scorers? Like, come on, dude. What
no,
are we
that's
doing,
so
I
man?
love how
bad.
he gets criticized.
I
for
like
being the
him.
top. I know he's a good player,
But-
right? But he shouldn't be the top scorer.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he spent what 500 million, and Scott McTominay's your top scorer.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay, time now for 442picks.ca from this past weekend. The gap isn't closing, it's closed. It's closed. Birdie has actually drawn level with myself.
Yes.
And we're getting closer to you, sir, at the top here.
Look at that.
My word. That terrifies me. Birdie, let's start with you.
Yeah.
Which game are you going to focus on from this past weekend?
I think I told Elliot to circle Manchester City and Tottenham, even though I got that one incorrect. I went with City. But I think did you guys have the draw?
No, we
No,
all
I
went
had
for City.
City.
Oh, sorry. I thought you guys had the draw. That's why I wanted to go that way because it was such a stupid pick. by
Strategy,
mine.
eh?
It was a good strategy. That's what I try and do, right? Sometimes I look at your picks. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm going to go the other way. You
That's
gotta do
what I
sometimes.
said to you today. I was like, I'm done. I'm going all strategy.
Yeah.
I'm picking like perfect away wins, hopefully. But no, it's so tough. I don't remember what match I picked actually, Ellie. So if you could just give me a little
There we
circle.
go.
Yeah, the
Chelsea.
Oh
Brighton.
yeah, because you can't back Chelsea, and I sure didn't. And there it is, bit me right in the butt. We kind of spoke about that game and just how Brighton really shit the bed, to be honest. But I mean, Chelsea, like how I don't know, I can't figure out with my 4-4-2
They are the most
pick.
inconsistent team in
Yeah,
the league.
because I can't back them. Every time I do, they let me down, and then you don't in these 1-2 games, and then they
But
get a
Chelsea,
result.
Chelsea, a really good attacking team at home against a weak Brighton team who can't handle midweek football.
But
Like,
I don't
it's
think
not
you
that
could-
crazy that they won.
It's not that crazy,
It's
but
not that crazy, but Brighton should have won that game, and everyone knows it. Like,
They did though.
Brighton have been up and down. Just maybe the two most inconsistent teams in the league this year have been those two teams. The Fulham Liverpool game I'll focus on here.
Awesome.
I mean, my week's end started so well, then it went really bad
it's
quickly.
usually it gets you for like a
It
quick.
does. But Fulham, they're a team that I thought was better than they are. I mean, they played really well in this game. Should have got something out of it, of course. But they're still in 14th place in the league. I'm not sure is Marcus Silva legitimately a great manager or bang average. I just don't quite know. They're going to catch us out in 4-4-2 picks throughout the season, Fulham. They can be great one day, terrible the next day. And they were unfortunate in this one, but I'll take the 3 points. Thank you very much.
Absolutely,
Maybe the match of the weekend. 442picks.ca. That is your destination. Free to play and still tons of money available, including a grand prize of 250,000 smackers. Room 442 is brought to you by North Star Bets. Play 442 picks for your chance to win up to $250,000. Make your EPL picks and play for free at 442picks.ca. Welcome back. It's 442picks.ca midweek football edition. We love midweek football in the Premier League, and as the gap is so close between the three of us, these are big games, Bernie. Which match on Wednesday are you going to focus on and try and reel in Pararia a little bit more?
Look at that beautiful leaderboard, huh? I'm looking at Villa, Manchester City, and a lot of people are leaning towards Villa, and I completely understand based on the way Manchester City are playing and how attacking and how good Villa are at home. But listen, Man City, like I said, in the first half against Spurs, could have had 4 or 5 goals. They just missed their chances. Villa plays such a high line. I can see Haaland and Foden getting behind and scoring multiple goals. Villa will score. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, but I have to back City away.
All right, that's a good pick, I think, actually. Not too dramatic.
No.
But it should be a good game. Sarah?
Well, Manchester United taking on Chelsea. The two teams I can't back, so I'm not backing either of them. I can see a draw happening here because, listen, we spoke about how Chelsea capable to score a lot of goals, but also can concede a lot of goals. Manchester United have been horrific, but they're at home in front of their fans. You said they lost, Ten Hag has lost half the dressing room. Well, maybe the players are going to go out there and prove it to themselves against Ten Hag. I think this match, there's so many storylines, and I think it can just go both ways that I'm going to go for the draw because I think both teams are going to be capable of scoring here. And I just think, I don't know, there's something, United can't keep losing like that. I don't know, maybe they can, but I gotta go for the draw here because at the end of the day, I will not back either of these sides.
And draws are worth some points in this
strategy, baby.
Okay, Sheffield United, Liverpool. This one worries the hell out of me because it's that new manager bounce situation. The Blades have been really bad this year. The Reds have been fantastic. We know that. There's no way the Blades can win this game, right? Well, back comes Chris Wilder, who's beloved by that fan base after firing Paul Hickenbottom on Monday. Something about this game terrifies me. I'm not picking the Blades, but I'm really nervous about this one. Are you nervous? Let us know at 442picks.ca. It's free to enter. Enter anytime and win a ton of cash prizes. Room 442 is brought to you by North Star Bets. Play 442 picks for your chance to win up to $250,000. Make your EPL picks and play for free at 442picks.ca.